Hello, my name is Xinwei, and my topic of the project is design of the human-basing robot. So let's go talk about it. So why is it necessary? Because as we know that in America and every part of the world, there are a lot of people who are having problems giving themselves a bath because maybe they're old, maybe they have disabilities. And normally these people are taken care of by other humans. But it takes a lot of workload. And besides, the people who are taking care of them have to be trained. And they have to be very careful because they don't want to harm them. And what's more, that this leaves them no privacy. And there is actually another reason is that the nursing products are becoming more and more popular in hospitals and people's houses, and maybe some barbershops and other locations. But the scenario is that for most of the products that's already on market, they can only clean one part of the body. For example, some of them can only do the hair washing, some of them can only do the feet washing. But in this project, I'm trying to design a robot that can do the whole body washing, which includes all of them. So let's first look at the previous work. So as we can see that the human base can be divided into three parts, which is hair washing, body washing, and feet washing. So for the hair washing, the Panasonic has designed a hair washing robot. As you can see here, it has two arms, and for each arm it has 4 degrees of freedom. And it has 28 massage fingers in all, and that's just one example, and there are others. For the body washing, this one is designed by Saucony company, and this is actually it has quite low degrees of automation because, as you can see, that it has only one brush, and as one motion it starts moving up and down, and the brush can rotate. And the user can command the machine by pressing the buttons here. There's the button is just controlling the brush to move up and down or stop. And you can see that the machine doesn't have the water supply on its own. It have to be supplied separately. And this one is for the feet cleaning. It's actually quite popular here, and it's called a foot tub. And actually, there are plenty of manufacturers out there making these. One of them is a company called Yongjin, and it's just quite popular. So let's get to my design of the project. So what I'm going to design is a combination of the every cleaning part of the human, but I do more than just simply combination of the existing work, but I also try to make them move one and another in certain order and to cooperate with each other, but we'll get that later. Okay, so for the hair washing part, this is, as you can see, that this is an RLR type of robot, and it can move along these slideways. And instead of making the cleaner like the Panasonic robot which is 2 arms, I'm making this like a helmet and divide it into half, so that each half can move along this direction, so that it can match a different size of the hands of different users. So inner side of each side of the helmet, there are 14 massage fingers, and each massage fingers can rotate and give the massage of the head massage of the users. So in this part of the helmet, there's pressure sensors indicated. It's not showing here, but it should be in there. But anyway, the cleaner is moving downwards, and once it detects the user's head, the pressure sensor is detecting pressure in it. So once the pressure reaches the programmed value, the cleaner will stop moving, so that it can still place some pressure on the user's head that's needed to give the massage, but you don't want to make the pressure too high. That may cause some uncomfortability. And there's shampoo providing device, just like the Panasonic Robe. So let's see how this works. Okay. So for the body washing parts, I'm dividing it further into upper body washing and lower body washing, because basically if you're sitting on a chair, it's hard for the robot to clean your legs, because your legs bending, and well, so to make it easier, I'm dividing it to upper body washing and lower body washing. So the lower body washing is going to perform in a standing position, but we'll look at that in the next slides. And for the upper body washing, the cleaner, these like two doors over here, and after the user has sat down, the door is going to close, and inner side of each door there are 21 massage fingers, just like the hair washing cleanser, and it can perform the body washing, and what's more, the cleaner can move up and down along these slideways, which is shared by all the cleaners of this robot. And let's see how this works. And in this video, the cleanser is not moving up and down, but it can. And another function of this cleaner is that it can act as a handle during the sit-to-stand process, but we'll get to that later. Okay, so for the lower body washing, the cleanser is basically doing the same job as the upper body washing, and but the only difference is that it can only be activated in the standing position, as I have explained above. So for the back cleaning, I'm putting 10 multiplied by 5 nozzles, which are 50, and placed on the back of the chair, which are represented by these red dots. And the waters are coming out from each of the nozzles, and because there's water pressure, and the water coming out impacts the back of the human body, and that can do the cleaning, and it can do the massaging part also. So but for the another design is that for the water pressure along the direction of the back of the chair, it's increasing from top to the bottom. It's because that according to the natural curve of the human back, when we are sitting on a chair, our upper part of our back is making closely contact with the back of the chair, while the lower part of our back, which is close to our wrist, is not making closely contact. Normally it's making some curves and is slightly away from the back. So you don't want the pressure of the water pressure up here is too high, because it may hurt. So the water pressure here is relatively low, and the water pressure here is a little bit higher, so that it can perform a normally constant pressure on every part of the bag. Okay, so for the sit-to-stand device, there is it can provide a smooth process for standing up or sitting down, and because for elderlies and disabilities, people with disabilities, and they may have some problems sitting down or getting up after the bath, and here is a device helping them to get up or sit down. And this device is following the movement of human body's center of gravity, which is discussed in my paper. And as you can see that the door here, which is the upper body cleaner, is acting as a support here, so that the user can put their weight on it, and maybe it can use it as a handle, and during the standing up process, which is like this. And this door here can keep the user supported and keep them balanced. So this is foot cleaning and massaging part. These rollers are installed at the footrest board of the robot. These rollers are just stimulating the foot taps rollers. So the rollers will only activate when the user is in the sitting position, because you don't want the rollers to move when the user is standing up. That may cause slipping. So here is the entire washing process. As we can see that this is the hair washing process. This is the upper body washing process. And this red thing here is indicating and presenting a nozzle that is providing water. So as you can see that this is sit-to-stand structure is activating. So after the user is standing up, the lower body cleaner is activated. Okay. So there are other parts of the robot. First of all, it's electrically safe, because the robot is a bathing robot, which means that it has a lot of water on it. And another thing is that the robot must be powered by electricity, so that electricity safe is very important. And a control system needs to be installed to these robots for the users to, for example, the user may have access to restart one of the process when the cleaning process before, and maybe they can do just one of them. Maybe they just want to do hair washing. Maybe they just want to do the upper body washing. That's okay. They can do that, and they also need to have the access to change like the temperature of the water, the flow rate of the water, and so on. And for the material of the robot, I'm thinking of every part that's making contact with the human bodies, like this, and this, and maybe the chair. It's either made of soft robots, which means that they have soft materials outside. They can, because that there's a highly chance that the user can make collide with the robot. They don't want to be harmed by the robot. A water recycling system and a shower nozzle, which is just mentioned above, is needed, because this is the bathing robot. So basically, you need to have water supplies and everything. Okay, so that's everything about my project. Thank you.